Okie dokie, welcome
When
back
the
to the podcast.
kids-
I did not say
sorry.
roll the
Whoops.
intro yet. Okay, no, you sing the intro today. All
No,
by yourself.
I don't want to.
Don't be shy.
Just
When the
do your
kids
thing.
are counting.
No,
Roll it,
not that.
Rough,
Do
roll it.
your thing.
Rough and roll it. So peaceful. When the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. Yeah. When the kids go to sleep. Welcome to the podcast, When the Kids Go to Sleep, here at Maker Studios in Los Angeles, California. This is number 117 of the WTKGTS podcast. You can download it on iTunes below or watch it right here on YouTube and thumbs up this video. We will not continue till you hit that thumbs up button. Do it.
No.
I'm not joking. We have cameras.
Right now.
We know.
Seriously.
We have somebody under your bed right now. What? Get him, sniper! That was weird.
So, yeah, you're weird.
What?
So last time, Shay
If you
dropped
tuned in
a bomb.
last time, I dropped a little moving bomb.
Dropped a little.
It's
Excuse
not.
me?
It's not that big of a secret. They've been seen in the vlogs that we have
Shay,
moving boxes.
quit touching me. Oh, see what I have to deal with, you guys? Chop you. Okay.
Last night, let's tell the story real quick. Last night we were going around the table and we were about to eat dinner and we were gonna say the prayer. But first, Suntard's like, let's all go around and say one nice thing about each other. And so I was like,
what are you
all right.
going to tell him what he said about me?
Yeah, of course I am. So
What did they say about you?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, dude, go ahead. So he thought it'd be funny if he said one thing that he didn't like and then one thing he liked. He's like, Dad, even though your farts stink, I really love you. And then he's like, Mom, even though you have really loud burps.
Belch all the time. I do, guys.
And then he said to Avia, he said, even though sometimes you're annoying. And she's like, I'm annoying? And then what happened? And then Colette said, well, he's just being honest. And then Avia's like, so you think I'm annoying? And I said, Avia,
And in
I'm
my
annoying.
mind, I was thinking, he's a brother. Of course he thinks his sister's annoying. So he's just being honest. That's how he feels.
But then you totally.
But I didn't mean that she was annoying. I just meant he's telling you how he feels.
And so then I say to Avia, I'm like, Avia, it's okay. I'm annoying too. That's just like who we are. And she's like, yeah, you're really annoying. Avia's like, yeah, Dad, you're really annoying. I'm like, what? So this nice little thing that we're going to do turned into like a giant
Turned into
fight.
a roast.
You think my farts stink? You think I'm annoying? I burp loud? It was interesting.
It was really fun.
Okay, so we're moving, you guys. We are out of
We're out of here.
We're getting out of here.
We're moving to Idaho. Where do we start?
So we moved out here 5 years ago. In fact, today's vlog that I uploaded, the 5 year ago video.
You should tell them what today is.
Today is the 23rd of May. So last Friday's video. The 5 year ago button is the video where I first flew out to Los Angeles to meet with Danny and Lisa and talk about starting Maker Studios. 5 years ago today is the first time I flew out to Los Angeles to meet with them and talk about this idea of starting a YouTube business.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 years later, fast forward, here we sit in that said business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's like 400 employees here now.
And now owned by Disney.
And now the Walt Disney Company owns this little business that 5 years ago today, I flew out to Los Angeles to talk to this crazy dude named Danny Diamond.
Like, it seems so long ago, but 5 years really isn't that long.
Yeah, I know. It goes quick. It's a half a decade.
And look at how much our lives have changed and, like,
So
we've
much.
learned and...
So how much is our lives going to change in the next 5 years? It's like
don't
exponential.
know.
Like, where are we going to be in 5 years from now where I'd be like, can you... See, at this point, I don't think you could tell me anything that I'd be like, no way. Like, if you said, Shay, guess what? You're going to be the president of the United States in 5 years. I'd be like, okay.
I believe you.
I think it could happen.
I'm running.
That's how exciting it's been. Is like things have happened that I would never in a million years would have imagined happened.
5 years
And
ago.
so now I'm just like, literally, what? I'm the
Anything
president
could
of
happen.
Mars in 5 years?
Cool.
Yeah. I'll probably sell some T-shirts.
T-shirts.
So
Come to
whatever
Mars.
happens the
It's a
next
great
5 years is just gravy on top of this giant, delicious meatloaf that we're eating called life.
That is
That's
just
a great analogy.
delicious.
So, basically, when we moved out to Los Angeles, it wasn't because we want to live in Los Angeles and become famous stars.
You remember saying we're moving to Los Angeles we'll probably be there for like 3 months and then we'll move back.
initially, when I was telling the vlogs, that's what we were saying.
That's what we were.
I think I was lying, though, because I think I knew we would be here for a year because we
I
signed a
think
year
maybe
lease.
you were telling me that too, though.
Yeah.
Because I was so scared to move.
Colette
But
did
in
not
your
want to
mind,
move.
you were like, we're not coming
I'm like,
back.
there's no way we're going to be there for 3 months. Like, if we're signing a year lease, and that was kind of thing is like, it's going to be like a Maker Studios apartment so that like we could say that RAWN lived there right before we had kicked RAWN out before we moved in.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me homeless.
Yep, no problem. So RAWN lived in
Thank you.
that 419 house. Blake lived in that house.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You lived there probably longer than anybody, Blake. Or Ron, probably Ron, then Blake. Yeah, I forgot because then when we moved out, then Ron moved back in. And then Vinny lived on the couch. Dude, that's the cool thing about this business is that it has like a family vibe where we can like, yeah, I've known Blake for 4.5 years. I remember the first day I met Blake was on a shoot at our house. That was on Mars Street.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Mars Street? And yeah, Blake, you're trying to show me how to use Final Cut, and I'm like, I'll just stick with iMovie 06. Still using
He's
it
still
today.
using it.
Staying
Hasn't
strong.
changed much. Some things changed.
You
but
seriously
some
are going to
things
probably have to
don't.
teach me how to use it then.
Seriously.
So
So-
it's like we conquered, and now it's time to go home.
We actually made this decision in December.
Yeah, it's been a while that we've known.
It's been a while that we've known that we were going to move back. Things have changed since then.
Wow, we've kept it a secret for 5 months.
Yes. I mean, not things have changed, like we haven't changed our minds, but like a lot has happened since we made that decision to move back. And like everything that has happened has been like, you know what, it was really meant to be.
Right.
That it's time to go back. And it's not because like we're going to be slowing down at Maker. We're just going to be flying out. But we will have so much more help with the kids. And,
Yeah.
it'll just be a more family-friendly,
Basically, we're
place for
moving
us.
home, and we're going to commute to work
right?
to Los Angeles.
Right?
So a lot of you were guessing in the comments of our vlogs, and most of you were guessing right, which always doesn't surprise me at this point because you guys are so intuitive, and I think you know us. But we are moving home to Idaho, but we are keeping an apartment here in Los Angeles. So we will have a home base. We already got furniture for it. We're moving like a majority of the stuff that's in our house now to that apartment. It's just a little 2-bedroom apartment in Venice Beach that it's like, that's going to be our, like base when we land in LA. We're going to keep our van here. So when we land at LAX, we'll take a taxi to our apartment. We'll have our van there. We'll have like a set of clothes. I'm even going to go as far as like having an extra cell phone charger. Like I want to be able to fly to Los Angeles with nothing in my hands. I just want to be able to put on a shirt and shorts and fly to LA and have everything I need here. And that way it'll be really convenient and easy for us. And we don't have to pack and all that stuff. So we're going to have like a whole set of clothes and toothbrushes, you name it, it'll be here. So that's kind of what we're going to do because, I would say 50 to 60% of the time, we don't have to be in Los Angeles to do our business. We're just usually at home with the kids.
And we can do the vlogs from wherever we are. Right. So really when we come out, it's going to be for meetings or the mom's view and podcasting. Yep. We might even do podcasting there as well. So we have other options.
Yeah, I think because where we're moving, we're going to set up a studio. So we'll be able to shoot a lot of things in Idaho, but we're going to, we're definitely going to have to come back because if you guys saw the deal that, Walt Disney bought Maker Studios, we're incentivized to make, Maker as successful as possible for the next 2 years. So we have a huge interest in how Maker Studios does. It's
Which
just
we
like,
would want anyway.
I just want my kids to be around their grandparents,
And LA traffic, like I spend most hours in the car commuting them from practices to school to this to that, and it's just exhausting. And in Idaho, I'll have tons of help with that, and it won't be 20 minutes every time I'm in the car.
Grandma Tard is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to grandkids. So it's like we'll have so much help there. We'll be able to be with Carly and Cooper. Brock, you excited to hang out with Cooper?
Yeah.
See?
That's the most important, having the kids by their grandparents, because let's be honest, they're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And
your parents aren't going to always be around,
And our kids are growing fast without their influence every day, and we really want that.
You know that saying, it takes a village to raise a family? I think that's so true. Like, I want my mom to yell at my kids like she yelled at me, They don't mess with Grandma Tard. When they're with Grandma Tard, my grandma is, my mom, not their grandma, she's so loving and giving, but she's not like a traditional grandma where she'll let kids get away with stuff. If they are misbehaving, she will be on their little butts, like, be on a
I always appreciate her. She'll even be like, "You tell your mom thank you." She'll make sure they're appreciating me, which I love.
Then sometimes she's like, "Do you get mad when I discipline your kids?" I'm like, "No, are you kidding me?"
I'm like, come on, bring
Less
it.
I have to do.
No,
you
I think
smack them if you need to. Seriously, I would not be mad if my mom smacked our kids. If they deserved it,
well,
she could smack them around.
They definitely
she smacked
wouldn't
me
do it
around,
again
and look
if
how
Grandma
great I
smacked
turned
them.
out.
They definitely wouldn't do it again because they'd be like, oh,
yeah, they don't.
Grandma.
She would never have to smack them because
wouldn't.
she just like she snaps and looks at them. They're like, okay, sorry, Grandma.
And they love her. They respect her a lot, so that's important.
So that's it. We're moving back to Idaho. I'm so excited.
We cannot wait. I
don't know why I'm so
June.
excited. It's just
We'll
like
be
we just
leaving
need a
in
little
June.
change, or my mom. She keeps telling me, she's like, I'm so nervous you're gonna get bored here. I don't want you to get bored here.
Ugh.
But we're gonna be outside a lot. I'm gonna teach my kids how to rope and ride and shoot and shit.
Do you know how to rope and ride?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Shay's gonna teach him while he's learning. He's gonna be being dragged behind a horse.
I want him to do some manual labor. We're gonna find ourselves like
We're
a
gonna
farm.
get chickens.
Yeah, we're gonna have a garden.
And think about Zeke.
Dude, I like every day we leave the house and Zeke looks at me when I leave the door. I'm like, dude, three
Don't
more
leave
weeks.
me here.
3 more weeks and you will have open grass to run on, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, Idaho is a big place and you can afford a lot more house in Idaho than you can in Los Angeles. So
just having just a normal house with a yard is much more than most houses have here. A yard is like a coveted thing here.
And so, what that means is we can probably get another Great Dane.
Wait a second.
Think how great that would be. Think how Great Dane that would be.
That would be very Great Dane.
Like,
I'm not sure I'm into Great Dane.
What's that movie where on the island?
On the island?
And they had two fawn Great
Swiss
Danes.
Family Robinson.
Swiss Family Robinson. And they had those two giant
Duke
Great
and Turk.
Danes. Duke and Turk. We got to get I wouldn't get another fawn one. I'd get like a blue one. Or a mantle
with blue
one.
eyes.
Yeah.
Can
I get another one?
No, I don't want. What am I talking about?
You said it!
I do not want another dog right now.
So we're excited about that, and then we'll just be back and forth to LA. We'll be here. We're going to still be working on the documentary. We're still working on. There's a lot of projects I'm working on with Maker Studios, so we'll just be back and forth. Here's my ultimate goal, and this might not happen. We talk about like what's going to happen in the next 5 years. Here's what I would love to happen in the next 5 years. I have always wanted to get my pilot's license. That is a life goal of mine. You know how you have like life goals? Getting my pilot's license is one of the major ones. And so I hope
makes my butt shake when I think
get
about
my pilot's license, get a timeshare in an airplane where you can like 4 dudes can go in on an airplane.
Timeshare airplane?
Yeah, it's like 4 guys because they can be expensive.
What?
They can be like $1 million or
Okay.
they're really expensive. But you can like buy a timeshare in an airplane. I want to get my pilot's license. Then I can fly from Idaho to LA. I can be like, babe, I'm going to run to the shoot. I'll be back tonight for dinner. I get in my little airplane. I fly to little Santa Monica Airport, land, get in a taxi, head to our apartment, get in my minivan, drive to my shoot at Maker Studios.
Here's
do my
why.
shoot, go back to the Santa Monica Airport, and fly home for dinner in Idaho. That would be awesome.
Here's why this bothers me. Because I know you're being totally serious right now.
That is not far
Mark
off
his words, it will
actually
probably
happening.
happen.
Yeah.
And my butt shaking
How
just
cool
thinking
would
about
that
it.
be? I just leave Idaho, fly to LA, do a shoot, and then fly home.
You have to be so responsible.
Dude, I'm
Those prop
vlogging.
planes are not prop planes. Those
I'm gonna
prop
vlog
planes
while I'm
are
flying.
not always reliable.
I'm flying over.
No vlogging and flying.
Dude, here's what I'm gonna
kids.
do. I'm gonna drop T-shirts on the route. So if you live like in Utah or Nevada, I'm gonna drop Shay Carl shirts out the window, just like little parachutes, and I'll tweet. I'm like, hey guys, flying over Nevada in 12 minutes. Be outside, get ready. And all of a sudden you'll see little parachutes coming down of Shay Carl shirts.
How many times I've heard that? Here's what I'm gonna do. Listen to this.
And do
I got
I
this
do it?
great idea.
I do it.
He does it.
I do
You
it.
make it happen.
I make it happen, babe. I'll make you happen.
Well, I love you, babe.
All right, I have to go have a conference
Excited
call.
to run the mountains of Idaho with you.
Yeah, and you know what I'm excited for? Skiing. I have been a horrible attendee of the ski hill the last 5 years because I've lived in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that was like one of my biggest passions is skiing. So I cannot wait to start skiing. At least I'm going to set a goal. If I'm living in Idaho, I should ski at least 25 days a winter. I should be up on that hill at least. I used to go 100 times a winter. That was like my goal when I was like a teenager and up through my 20s. I would ski at least
awesome
100
grades
days.
too, kids.
No, and that's why I can't spell.
Great grades.
But I can ski with the best
but
of
I
them.
could ski.
I can't spell worth a lick, but by golly, I can do a line of moguls.
All right.
Any
Well,
other
let
questions?
us know what you guys think.
Any other questions about moving?
Not that it will matter.
Yeah.
Because we're already,
Anybody think
it's
of
the
any
plan,
questions?
and we're sticking to it. So do you think we'll be there for the next 5 years?
That's the question. Is like, will we ever?
Who knows?
I mean, this sounds maybe greedy, but like, I would like to eventually maybe buy a house here on the beach.
Yeah, when I think about that, I think of taxes, and I'm like, never mind.
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like the setup that we have now with the apartment is what I would like to have with a house. And I've said this in the past couple years, I want a house on the beach.
Yeah.
And I think
someday.
that will be in another 5 years too. But we'll have a beach house with all of our accoutrements, and we'll be bi-coastal. By bi-coastal, I mean Idaho to California.
But I don't think we can plan out the next 5 years, so just
Yes,
stay
we can.
tuned.
You can have a 5-year goal. Like, I want to do
No,
this and this
listen,
and this in the
listen.
next 5 years.
No, but you can't have like we're going to be here and there, because it's never worked.
Wow,
Do you know what I
things
mean?
come up. Like, we'll just play it by ear. Here's
That's
the
why
way
I'm like, we live 1 year at a time, and that's how I live my life, because I've realized that it doesn't always go the way I think it will go, and it stresses me out when it doesn't. So I've decided 1 year at a time.
That's a joke that I've made. We live our lives 1 year lease agreement at a time, because we never know where we're gonna be. More. All right.
All right.
Love you guys. Here's
That's the
last thing.
goal.
Last thing.
Show
Here's my
us the
life
goal.
motto: elevate and decide in the air. Just figure it out as we go.
Well, that's what we've been doing. It seemed to work out.
Bless your heart for always
And by
sticking
the
by
way,
me.
I'm pregnant. No, just kidding. What? I just thought that would be funny.
I would beat you, woman.
Oh, really?
Are
I'll
we gonna have
beat you.
We're gonna have one
No,
more. I
not
bet
right
you we'll
now.
have one more.
We will.
A girl. 3 boys, 3 girls. The Brady Bunch effect.
No.